just put yourself into that situation. Hi, welcome back to Bowl of Nicole. So it's summer and I'm sure that a lot of you have been going on vacations or trips or staycations or daycations or whatever, any sort of trip, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about because of the title of the video, but I'm sure that everyone who has gone on some sort of trip or vacation has run into a flop, crazy situation, or just plain out vacation fail. And even though they may be the worst vacation fail in the history of forever, you always remember that vacation. Like, that is always the vacation that's in your mind. It always like strikes a chord somewhere deep within you. And it's just funny to tell stories about vacation fails. So I will share some of my favorite stories of our vacation fails with you. So one time my family and I, when I was about 8 or 9, went to Las Vegas, and we were going to spend a couple days or a week in Las Vegas and go to Lake Mead as well because my dad had just bought a boat. The first day that we get there, we go to the dock at Lake Mead to dock up our boat, get everything situated and everything like that, when tragedy strikes. So right off the bat, my parents are having issues with getting the boat from the trailer into the water. It's the first time that they had done that. My brother and I aren't even paying attention because while they're doing this, there are an outlandish amount of catfish swarming by the dock, up at the water, like frenzying over this popcorn that people are throwing into the water. So naturally, my brother and I were like, hey, let's join in on the fun. So we asked our parents to buy us some popcorn, which they did. Kept us entertained for quite a while. But then at some point, I don't know if my mom called me over for help or just to be on the boat, but I was on the boat with my mom and my 3 younger brothers. One of them was a baby, one of them was 2, and the other was 6. I don't know why this happened, but I think either they didn't have any rope or couldn't find the rope. They used a bungee cord to try to like keep the boat on the dock. And the bungee cord started stretching and aimed right toward my 2-year-old brother, who was like propped up nearest the bungee cord. So my mom, in her ever-knowing foresight of a mom brain, sees that this is about to happen and charges over to grab him out of the way. But where the boat, like the ski hold of the boat, I think it's called, which was open because my dad was in there trying to find things. And my mom didn't realize it in her trying to save my brother. She fell into it and twisted her ankle so bad. I can't exactly remember what happened, but she was able to get my brother away from the bungee cord hitting him too bad. I think he still did get like a hit on the arm. I can't remember if he did or not. Maybe this is my memory failing me. Overall, he was okay, but my mom could not move her ankle and it started swelling up, and my dad was like still trying to get the boat tied to the dock. All of us kids, 4 kids, were in this boat just like, what do we do? Well, the baby was just sitting there. By some act of God, I don't know how we got that boat tied up. We had to go to the hospital. The first night that we were in Las Vegas, we had to go to the hospital and stay there for 2 hours or something like that crazy. We were there till probably at least midnight. The thing I remember is that my mom came rolling out on a wheelchair on this vacation that we had just started, so that is fun for a mom. Well then anyway, she was not able to do any of the boat activities, which was unfortunate, so my 6-year-old brother and I went out on the boat with my dad while she stayed in the hotel with my 2 youngest brothers. But then we went to go to the Hoover Dam. At one point, my mom thought that my dad was playing tricks on her by just like pushing her in this wheelchair faster and faster and faster, and then she turned around and no one was there, so she was just like rolling down this hill and she ran into a trash can. So that was fairly memorable because of the crazy things that happened. Another time, my family and I went to Sequoia National Park in Northern California, and we went there to go camping, which is kind of like a tradition that we had when we lived back in California. First of all, my dad told me this story that scared the crap out of me. He told a story of like this guy who was jumping along these rocks along the river or lake or whatever, and then the rock like opened its mouth and like gobbled him up. And I swear that story scared me for years. But like one time we were on this trail that came to this area that wasn't very clear of where the trail is, if I'm remembering correctly. Somehow or another, we got off trail and we were like going up this incline. Or maybe my brother and my mom and I were standing waiting for my dad to try to figure this. But he had gotten up and off the trail and somehow managed to step into an old rotted log, which also happened to have a beehive in it. And so he angered them bees, let me tell ya. They come flying out, swarming around him. He's swatting at the bees, trying to like regain his composure. Runs into my brother, who is like at the base of the hill, kind of like carries him, puts him to the side, and then recovers somehow. We have some pictures of his injuries and I will put them right here if I can find them. All while this is happening, I'm standing at a pretty good distance just like watching it all unfold, laughing my head off because it was the funniest thing that I had seen up until then in my childhood. It's probably not very funny to my dad, but I'm sure he remembers every second of it. Another vacation faux pas or fail that I can remember, which was a little more recent, was one time in high school. My youth group went on this trip to New Orleans for a Steubenville conference, and the youth minister at the time was kind of like last minute and procrastinating about everything. So we got like the worst bus I've ever driven on. It heated up so bad and towards the back, like I don't know if the engine was just like bad or whatever. It was so hot. The absolute worst thing about this trip was that there was a bathroom on this bus as well, which was conveniently located in the back where I'm presuming the engine was. I'm thinking it sat right on top of it because the engine cooked everything that was in the toilet system. Just put yourself into that situation for me. Just think about it all the way through. We were driving on this bus with cooked poo. I think I just made a How I Met Your Mother reference, but seriously, it was one of the worst things I have ever experienced. So that's it for now. I do have some more in mind, so if you guys like this video, please let me know by hitting that thumbs up button and letting me know about your vacation fails in the comments. I would absolutely love to read all about them. Share all of your prior knowledge of your life and vacation fails with me. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Make sure you hit that bell down there to turn on my push notifications. And please hit me up on Twitter with the hashtag bowl of Q's if you have any questions. I will include those in future question and answers videos. And I guess that's it for now. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye!